So it's really good. Okay, so yeah, three, two, one. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grime Bin Podcast. I am the Bin Man here with one of my lovely friends. Okay, you said your name was Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa.
That's what her name is going to be. It's her little stage name for today, as mine is the Bin Man.
Yep. If you see my profile picture, if you know me, you know me. Okay.
Yeah. Profile picture, that's fine. No. Okay. The topic. Stop laughing. It's
Okay.
So the topics we cover on the Grime Bin Podcast are, your experience through high school, what you've been through, the mental health crisis, the disconnect between generations, and anything in between. Those are the main points I like to cover on the podcast. They're very important to me. So, welcome, Vanessa. I guess we could get started. You're in middle school. What were your expectations for high school going into it? What were you thinking it was going to be like?
Honestly, when I first pictured high school, I wasn't too excited for it. I knew it was going to be different than middle school, but I was completely expecting there to be a ton of cliques like there was in middle school. How everybody was just kind of would just stick to their own. But in high school, nobody really cares. They just all are just in their own groups and don't give a fuck. And I really like that.
Yeah, I like that.
And I thought it was going to be hard.
Okay, there are some aspects of high school, academically, that are very hard.
Yeah. No, there is.
But I guess
chemistry.
Dude, I didn't even have to take chemistry. I took an alternative science class, so
I
dodged the. I know, dude. I saw how hard it was the first few weeks, and I took an alternative science class. So I dodged. I knew I was gonna fail that if I stayed in it, so I dodged the bullet. But how was freshman year? Going into it.
Honestly, freshman year, out of all my years in high school, that was definitely my favorite year of high school.
Really?
And people usually don't notice it until towards the end, because as you go through high school, you do lose friends. That's just how it is. You don't think it'll happen, but you lose friends really bad. But I was friends with people in every single one of my classes. Every time I'd go to school, it would actually be dope as fuck, whether I was doing my work or not. It was always hella dope. Until I got in a relationship. Don't do that. If you're going to high school, don't do it, okay? That flipped my whole high school experience upside down, bruh. Fuck that shit. Wait, can I cuss?
Dude, yeah, say what you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I talked about this a little bit on my first podcast. I envy people who can go throughout high school not even having the desire to get into a relationship. I really am jealous for that, because it's getting into a relationship for someone who wants one is such a double-edged sword, because it really is. It flips you on your ass at the end of the day.
Yeah, because whenever you're in high school, you don't really realize it until you're older. You really are just 14. You just got out of high school and you're trying to do relationships and shit. And I mean, some of them do work out, and if they do, good for you. But if they don't, which most of the time they really don't, it can really fuck up your high school experience and fuck up your love life really early on.
Yeah.
It can be very toxic.
I will say though, I've said this before. It's I would not want to erase what the experiences I had though, because they build you into a better person, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. It sucks going through it, but once you're on the other side, you'll be fine. You just learn from experiences. It's really trial and error.
So you had your entire freshman experience was just, you're friends with everybody, and then you got into a relationship. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, okay, so I was still friends with a lot of people, and honestly, life was good. At the time, of course, I was depressed, and I was feeling like shit, but I had no idea it would get worse from there, but I'll get into that later. But yeah, my ex, he texted me And that was like the first guy that had ever like approached me first, you know? So of course I was like, oh, okay. But I was really sussed out because he was on the football team, and a ton of other dudes on the football team also tried to like get at me. So I was just like, this is probably just a fucking joke. But then we literally started dating like not even a week after we started talking. Red flag. Red flag.
No,
like
you can't see it at the time. But
you can't see it at the time because at the time you're blinded by love. And so I was with my best friend. He's 18, so I'll just say my best friend Nick. He
Oh, I love Nick.
I know, I love Nick too.
I haven't seen him in a while.
He's so great. I know, I saw him yesterday.
Yo,
but
really? Okay.
Anyways. And so we hung out outside of his class for the first time, and then I was all like, oh my god, like all fucking geeking and shit. He like, now that I look back on it, he was really ugly, but like my standards were so low. My standards were so low.
Personality though, you know?
His personality was really good at first. That's the thing, is like when I started trying to get back together with him after we broke up, the spark wasn't there anymore. He's just not the same person anymore. And that's what really is like sucks, but you gotta learn it. Like nobody's like gonna be the same person. And once you like really just kind of accepted that, then you won't really have issues. But a lot of girls, especially teenage girls, they're like, oh my god, the butterflies and the sparks aren't there anymore. We need to break up. I don't have feelings. That's not how it is. If you're truly in love with somebody, you stick around and you learn how to be bored with each other. You can still love someone without the honeymoon phase, you know? That's where I'm at with Brian right now. And it's going really good. And communication is key. Whenever I was dating my ex, what's it called? Oh, he's 18. When I was dating fucking Moses, bitch. When I was dating him, he was so toxic. Like it was to the point where like we both had barely met each other, but we did not want either of us to have any guy friends, any girlfriends. He was pissed off that I had gay friends. I was like, girl. Yeah, he got pissed off that I had gay friends and they were clearly gay, including Nick. He got pissed, and then that caused me and Nick to lose friends. And in between classes, I would spend all of my time with him. All of my time, whether it was out of class, at lunch, fucking calling after school, like literally everything. It's like bad. Huh?
Did you even enjoy that?
At the time, yeah, I did. But after a while, it gets very exhausting because once things start to get toxic and you're the only person that, like, he was the only person I surrounded myself around. And at the point when I hit my sophomore year, I had no friends in any of my classes. All of my friends went to like the other campus. And so I was only around him. And it was getting to the point where we were arguing and screaming and yelling at each other every day. And he would literally show up to my house. He went in my house, broke in my house, and took my weed. And broke my headset because he thought I was cheating on him, even though I wasn't. I was hanging out with my friends.
Damn.
And then towards the end, so this was about 2 years ago, I was trying to break up with him for about 3 or 4 months, and he just wouldn't let me. Like, that's just the best way I could put it. He just wouldn't let me because he was my only friend. So I'd FaceTime him and he'd be like, hey baby. I'm like, I'm not your baby. But then I'd give in because bitch. And then we finally cut it off. And then he went to fucking North Carolina or whatever the fuck. And then he came back. But if you know who he is, which you know who he is, you know how he had long ass hair and bushy ass eyebrows. Like, he did not keep himself up together. Like,
looked like dirty Post Malone, bro.
Yeah, dirty Post Malone. That's literally what it is. But child, anyways, anytime I would ask him like, hey, can I do your eyebrows? He would be like, no, the fuck? You think I'm ugly? Blah, blah, blah. And now it's been like almost over a year since we've dated. And for a stretch of months after we broke up, I was fucking around. I went through my little hoe phase. I'll admit it. Like, I did. And
everyone has their, their little phase.
Yeah, everybody does. And so I was just trying to get back together with him because, like, when I broke up with him, I had intentions of getting back with him. It was just, like, it got toxic, and I didn't want to deal with that.
Like, he needed to work on himself.
Yeah, we both needed to work on ourselves, and I gave ourselves time to do that. Because, honestly, I was in a better spot in my life. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can try to rekindle whatever this is. But when I met him, he would come over, and he would really just use me for sex. Like, honestly, because he knew that I had feelings for him still. So he would take advantage of that to come over, to do his thing. He wouldn't even kiss me. He wouldn't even look at me. Anytime I asked him, like, do you have any feelings? Because I'm like, we were in love for over a year and a half. I'm like, there's no way you just lost feelings like that, but he did. And then he had this girl as his lock screen and his home screen. And I was like, who's that? And he's like, oh, that's my best friend, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, whatever. So now they're dating. But guess what? This dude shaved his head after he wouldn't even trim his hair. This dude does his eyebrows, shaved his fucking beard. He smokes weed after he literally almost broke up with me like 5,000 times because I smoked weed. And, oh my God.
Dude, I've been
so
there.
literally and he got his ears pierced after he said it was gay. So literally everything that I tried to convince him to do back then, not even in a bitchy way, like in a, oh my God, you would look so good if you did this, he'd get pissed, but now he does it.
Dude, can I say something where I've had that exact same experience?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
With my, with an ex of mine that was fairly recent. You know, I told her, like, I really like this hairstyle on you, and I thought it looked really cute. And she was like, no, I think it'd look weird or kind of ugly. And as soon as she got with the other guy, she started doing that hairstyle exactly how I would liked it. She's also an artist, and I would ask her, hey, why don't you draw a picture of me and you? Like, I thought it'd be cute. Literally, someone showed me, I didn't want to see it. I think ignorance is bliss. So someone showed me a post that she posted of her and her new man that she did an artist rendition of. When I always, like, dude, that shot me in the heart 20 times over. And that
would have done it to me too.
It was still while I was getting over the breakup, and it was like I started seeing that. That's literally why I transferred camp. That's what reason why I transferred campuses. You know, from.
Oh my God.
Well, and among other things that you know, but it's just like that was one of the main reasons.
Yeah, same here. That's why I always tell people, I'm like, don't get in relationships because it could really fuck up your high school experience. Because after sophomore year, I had no friends, and all I would do is just see him, and it'd be toxic, and then I call him, and it'd be toxic. Like, I was depressed to the point where I was just skipping school all the time, and so my mom had me taken out of regular school, and he got pissed at me for this. He literally got genuinely pissed that I was leaving campus. Really? And I'm like, but I could graduate early and like get my life started. And he said, I don't give a fuck. You're leaving me, blah, blah, blah. Toxic as fuck. And so I went to class and fucking, I did really good. My grades were up. I got a 4.0. I only went like once a fucking week. And I had more time to work on my mental health. And I feel like anybody that goes to the schools that we go to, or any schools in general, if you just need like independent time, you can like, your mental health is important. And I feel like that's what parents don't understand. You guys could have been depressed back then. And I've actually mentioned this because I just did a suicide awareness speech for my public speaking class in college. And so one of the things I mentioned is I'm like, social media does have a big impact. Like, yes, it can be a good thing, but it can also be a very bad thing because
it's a very big vice on people.
It's a very, exactly. And it's like, at least back in the day, like when our parents were in school, if you were bullied, it stayed at school, or unless some bitch wanted to pull up to your house and fight. But now it's like you can literally get put into group chats. You can get your nudes leaked. You can get all this shit happen to you, even by complete strangers. Complete strangers.
You can get doxxed by doing nothing. If someone just doesn't like you, they can just like, it's so easy to dox people.
Exactly. It's like, it's awful, but honestly,
oh, sorry.
Oh no, continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, you know, how parents don't really understand it. There were days when I really needed a mental health day, and freshman, sophomore year, and it was like my parents just wouldn't budge, and it was like I really needed something just one day, and it was a lot of the times they just wouldn't listen, and it was so hard for a bit. Now they understand I'm almost an adult anyway, so when I need a day, they expect me to get on track anyway, so they just don't care. And they kind of understand now. But it was like, for a while, they just didn't really see it at all.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's like, how much, like, what do you want us to do to prove to you, like, this shit's legit? Like, you guys never went through shit like this. Which, for the record, there are adults that do get hated on online. That's different. But, like, you're not in high school anymore.
Yeah,
like, it's different.
It's different, definitely. When you're adults, you already have a life. Like, people can just, like, be mature about it or, like, you know, act like an adult. But when you're a kid, it's like, you're not even past the tutorial stage of life yet. You know, you can't... Exactly. You know, adults say, like, it'll go by quickly. But that's just because you've been alive for 40 years. I haven't even graduated yet, bro. I don't know what time is. Like, I'm still a baby.
Yeah. That's what people don't understand is, like, especially kids, and I will talk shit because I was one of these people. I'm like, I used to think I was so grown and shit, which I am. I am kind of mature for my age. I've gotten that from therapists and shit for, like, years. But, at the end of the day, you've only been on this earth for, like, 14, 15 years, and I doubt you can remember anything past, like, the age of, like, before the age of, like, 7 or 8, if that. Because I don't remember shit from my childhood. I remember, like, core memories. I don't remember, like, anything.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, I don't know. I don't even know if I should say this.
Go. I don't whatever you're comfortable with, dude.
No, I've noticed, like, especially, like, kids don't look like kids anymore. And that's why, like, businesses like Claire's are, like, going out of business, is because with technology too, it's like these, like, 13, 14-year-olds can see all, like, what older kids are doing, if that makes any sense. Because, like, back in the day before, like, social media was, like, a super big thing, the only way you'd really know, like, what older kids, like, in high school are doing or, like, what's up is if you had, like, brothers and shit, you know?
If you had an older
brothers
siblings.
and sisters. Yeah, exactly. But now it's like these fucking 14-year-olds are looking like 20-year-olds. Like, I literally went to a party the other day and I met these two girls. They were so chill and so funny to be around. But these bitches were 16.
Damn.
16, and they were drinking. They were both drunk off their fucking ass, dude. Like, off their ass. It was so bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you see, like, kids in elementary school walking around with iPhones too, and it's just like, damn.
Right. I'm like, I didn't get my first phone until I was like 11 or 12, but even then it wasn't an iPhone. It was like one of those LG phones. It just helped me, like, fucking call my mom and shit.
Yeah, until, like, I don't want my kid to have, like, I'll give my kid, like, a track phone in middle school. And then, and I don't even want, like, in middle school, you want to talk to friends, you can use my phone to text them, or you can text them, but you're not having social media until high school. Because social media in middle school is detrimental for a lot of kids. You know, kids are so
it was
vulnerable.
Detrimental for me, but
for me it was too, dude. It caused so much stress. You know, kids. There's horror stories that happen all the time of, like, kids who are so vulnerable going on, like, Twitter or, like, Instagram and, like, share their nudes with somebody because they're vulnerable children and they don't know what, you know, life is. And that happens to them. Like, I'll give my kid, like, a really nice, like, smartphone or something when they turn freshman year, but, like, during middle school, they do not need that in their lives. They'll be so
middle
much happier
schoolers are
it.
fucking assholes, dude. Like, it's a huge change when you go into, like, high school. I'm telling you, no one gives a fuck unless you're problematic as fuck. Like, no one cares. Middle school, people just talk shit just to talk shit. It's like, but, like, I'll send you this TikTok later because I was watching this one TikTok about this girl who wanted to get her daughter a phone, but she didn't want to, like, embarrass her with, like, some, like, government phone looking shit, you know? So she got her this phone, but the only apps that you can download on the phone have to be approved by you. And there's no apps like Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. It's literally, like, apps made for that by that company. You can see all their text messages. You can't add somebody into a contact on their phone unless it's approved by you. You can't accept any fucking text messages unless it's approved by you.
Yeah, that's actually good. That's very responsible for the parent to do something like that, honestly. I think that's okay until high school. Until high school, then they get their privacy. And you should still at least be somewhat aware of what they're doing, but don't be like I would hate if my parents actually wanted to go through my phone when I was, like, during high school. My parents never did, but you know, my parents going through my phone as a teenager, like, going through high school, that's I know a lot of people, my friends, had to deal with that, and it's just like, I feel like that's such a breach of privacy that, you know, some parents are like, oh, I birthed you, I get the right to do this, because I guess technically they do, but it's like, morally, I don't really think it's right.
Yeah. No, I get that, because literally, it's like, I know for my kids, I want them to be fully comfortable telling me shit. Like, if you want to go to a party, tell me. I will drive you there. I will give you a ride, because I don't want you going in a car with some random teenagers that are probably drunk and fucking dying.
Like
I'm going to build that connection. Yeah.
maybe not when you're a freshman. I don't know, but like when you're a junior, like senior, maybe sophomore, I'd be like, yeah, I want to know where you are. So if you need help, you need to call me. Like I'll give you a ride. Just be responsible.
Yeah, of course.
Have fun.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I want to build that communication and trust with my kids because I want them to be able to tell me shit, not hide shit. Because there's a ton of shit that my mom has no idea, and she thinks that she knows every fucking thing about me, bitch. But I'm like, girl, you have no clue. I was even telling her the other day. I was like, I'm just gonna wait till I moved out. I'm not even gonna tell you when I'm 18. When I moved out, I will tell you fucking everything. Like,
yeah, I mean,
girl,
I'm not. There's certain things that my parents will never know about me. Some I'll take to the grave, and then some I'm just like, you know what? I'll tell you guys when I'm older enough to like not get punished into oblivion.
Right. Cause it's like I've done some really bad shit. Like, but I was always safe and I always watched myself. But like, I should have died probably about 4 or 5 different times, bruh.
Hey, what's life without risk, right?
Right.
It's no fun then. If you're not on the brink of dying, like, come on, man. Where's the fun in that? You're gonna
where's the fun in that?
You're gonna be in your 20s being like, I wasted my entire life by not doing death-defying stuff in high school.
Right.
You know? Okay, so I think we've gone through your freshman year.
Yeah.
And was that all of your sophomore year as well?
Honestly, my sophomore year was pretty boring. It was mainly just my relationship. Junior year, it was really, honestly, it was a lot better for me. Junior, yeah, like quarantine. That's why I switched because also you guys were going on online school and I'm like, I'm not about to do 8 classes on online school. It's already hard enough doing shit online. And it sucks because now if there's foggy days or snow days, kids can't stay home. They gotta go on Zoom.
Okay,
and it's like,
that's not true, actually. That's not true.
Really?
Yeah, if we have foggy days, we don't have to go on Zoom. Maybe the other district, but I know that my district is just like, whatever, free day, you know?
Yeah.
Because I literally went in on one of those D-days because I was bored and I didn't want to stay home. Because I knew I wasn't going to do anything. So I went ghost town.
It really do be like that.
And the teachers just sat back, like, put on movies for the students and, like, gave us snacks. It's pretty nice. So, yeah, that was your junior year. That's when you switched to online.
Yeah, I switched to online, and honestly, it was a lot better. Because, like, before, yeah, you'd show up once a week, but you'd be there for about 2-3 hours, which isn't bad. But, like, online, I would literally FaceTime my teacher for like 2 minutes and I already knew what to do. We just did packets and stuff. And so I'd turn them in, get my work done. And that was that. And then I had to make the choice on whether I wanted to stay and graduate early or if I wanted to go back. And that was, at the time, I was really pissed off at the world and I really hated people and I didn't have friends. So I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, fuck school. I'm not going back.
Don't worry.
And my mom was
I'll
like,
bleep it out. Don't worry.
And my mom was like, you're gonna regret that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And yeah, I did. Because
Really?
I didn't think you guys were gonna go back. I didn't think you guys were gonna go back to public school because I'm like, it's Corona. Yeah, it was because of Corona. I'm like, there ain't no way that shit's gonna get cured because it's like, it's airborne. Like, at the time, we didn't know much about it, you know? I had to make that choice then and there.
Yeah.
And that was right when the pandemic started and we really didn't know anything. So it was just really a prediction. And at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, it's cool that I graduated early because I got to graduate with the love of my life. And so that was fun. But at the end of the day, I only graduated with about 2 people that I actually knew because they went to that school too.
He's also the love of my life, but
yeah, he's so cute. Oh my god, bro. No, he loves you too. He just don't want to say it.
No, it's okay. I've heard him say it. It's fine.
Yeah, behind closed doors. Y'all be doing shit behind my back.
Bro, it's a lot. It's a podcast, bro. People be seeing this. Can't have the secrets getting out there, bro.
Yeah, you guys want to know? It ain't happening. We know all.
So, and then it's kind of hard to talk about a senior year, but your junior year, that was just last year.
Yeah, that was my last year, but as far as senior year goes, like, I've just been in college and I've just been doing my thing and hanging out with Brian and all that. But no, I've been very low-key envious. I've been very resentful of people that are still in high school, because it's just like at the end of the day, like everybody's having their senior proms, and it's like, I know it was my choice, but there's nothing I can do to go back, and it really sucks. It really sucks.
Because yeah.
Yeah, I miss high school. Like, I know if I would have went back, I would have been friends with like my other friends, like, you know who I'm talking about, like the group.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it, so I don't stress over it, but it is really messed up.
Still would have been cool to see you at the benches, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I mean,
it is what it is.
At the same time, I think a really good like just from someone looking outside of your situation, it's just like you do have a lot more free time and freedom. You know, you can.
Oh yeah, of course. That's one thing I can't say. I hated high school. At least waking up at 5:30 to go walk to the bus and get home at like 3 just to do it all over again. That's one thing I hate about high school, and I feel bad for y'all. That's the only thing I don't regret. But of course, I have more free time. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting my life, because it's like I know what I want to do, but it's like I have no motivation. I don't get how people get so motivated with stuff, you know?
I guess because
I feel like I'm.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I know I'm not the only like person in high school that has no motivation. That's why like a lot of people fail high school, you know?
They drop out, but
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the reason I have motivation is because, I don't know, I've just kind of figured out what I want to do, and I have like a small program that I'm in here at the high school, and they're like helping me get through it. But I do feel like if I didn't have like a sure track on how to get to college with like, you know, someone holding my hand, which is kind of sad, but it's kind of how it is. Like
it's how it is. They try to explain it to you and act like they're there for you, but it's hard to sign up for college. It really is. I had like 3 mental breakdowns trying to register for college. Sorry.
Yeah,
like, it was bad.
I'm also kind of anxious because I need to get my vaccine card updated because I didn't bring it to my second shot, and I have to submit it to college or I can't get in.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the deadline is for that, honestly. I feel like it'll be a little far out, but you just upload a picture.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of nerve-wracking because every time I think about it, I forget, and it's too late, and I have to wait till tomorrow, and the cycle repeats. So I keep having to remind myself, and then it's like, who has time to do that for me, you know?
Yeah.
But
well, if you ever need help, let me know, because now I know how to do it. So.
Yeah, I know how to do it, but then they said the first shot just isn't enough. So but you know, man. So your senior year is just like, what, you're like college and stuff?
Yeah, it really is. Like, I don't really talk to anybody from high school. I've talked to my ex a few times. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I have talked to him a couple of times, but
were those okay occasions?
They were like once he texted me on Xbox because I like, it was weird because he texted me on Xbox because I'll get into the reason why later, but he texted me on Xbox and he's like, come over, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do that because my boyfriend got my location. Because my boyfriend got my location, and I don't want to do nasty things with you because I'm not attracted to you like that anymore. Because what I've noticed is ever since I've had more bodies after him, he had a small dick and his dick was not good.
Damn.
Because when you're a virgin and you like fuck someone, you think that's like the shit. But girl, you don't even know. But anyways, but then later on, it was his birthday like in March, and so I just texted his account because he randomly unblocked me on Instagram. So I was like, what the fuck? And so I texted him, and I was like, happy birthday. And his girlfriend texted.
Hello? Oh, no.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
That's content, bro. I can keep that in. That's kind of funny. Okay, you said his girlfriend texted you.
Yeah, his girlfriend texted me off of his account, and she was all pissed off. She was like, don't think because I unblocked you off his account that you have the audacity to text him. I'm like, girl, I just said happy birthday, like, and I got a whole man. I'm like, girl, if I really wanted him back, if anything, your man wants me back because he texted me multiple times while you guys were together. But I didn't want to say nothing about that. I was like, girl, watch yourself.
Bro,
like,
it's
dead ass.
not about...
She's like 16.
Yeah, it's... Wait, what?
Yeah,
Hold on.
she's 16.
Bro.
Yep. Case. He's 18.
That's
Case.
Not okay. Literally
That's not
case.
okay. Literal case. All bad.
Yeah, that's...
But then, yeah, she was like, I'm like, I hope he's not toxic to you, blah, 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 because he was toxic as fuck. That's why I left him. And she's like, no, he's a great person now. I wish you would have had this version of him too. And I'm like, bitch, I do too. Because the fuck. But I'm happy where I'm at. I'm not tripping. But and she was like, nobody deserves that, even if you were just as toxic as he was. I'm like, bitch, you do not know one thing about me.
I was gonna say,
whatever he told you. Yeah, you don't know me like that. Like, girl, please. I'm like, whatever. But that
That's
bitch.
Hilarious. Yeah, exactly, that bitch.
Right.
So wait, why did he text you on Xbox, bro? No way.
Because he wanted to fuck.
Well, like, why?
He wanted to fuck.
Like, you just had him blocked on everything? He's like, hey, yeah, Xbox. Like,
No, he blocked me on everything. He blocked me on everything, including Xbox, which is why when I saw a Crowded Nebula added you as a friend, I was like, what the fuck?
bro,
And so he
man
texted
had
me.
the
I was like,
worst moment of weakness I've ever seen.
yeah, and I was just like, that was so random. And honestly, there was just a part of me that thought his girlfriend was like setting me up. I think, I don't know. I feel like they were on the phone. She was like telling, because the way he was texting just wasn't like the same, you know. And I know she's at his house all the time. I feel like she lives really close to him, so I'm like, I don't want to pull up and have her like be out there and then start shit with my relationship. Because at the end of the day, I did just want to like talk to him and just get some closure on shit.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
very understandable.
But like, Brian would have whooped my ass. Like, whenever I found out that
that's
this sounds so
understandable as
stupid.
well. I would have kind of sided with Brian because it is a little weird when you just go to someone ex's house.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why I took that into account. I wasn't gonna go. At the end of the day, I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to your house. Like, I'm down to meet up somewhere, but I'm not going to your house, and you're not coming to my house.
That's strange.
I don't know. And so then I was like, no, and then he blocked me again. But then when I saw his new girl story of him like smoking on the beach and shit, I cried. And Brian had no idea why I was crying. I was just pissed off because everything that he didn't like and everything he got mad at me for, he does now.
Yeah.
And so that's just really pissed me off. And then I saw a picture of her and I'm like, there's nothing I can talk. She has a fat ass and she looks beautiful. I'm like, there is nothing to talk shit on.
So basically, she doesn't deserve him either, bro, is what you're saying.
I guess. I don't know how he is now, because he was completely different. Like, when we were low-key starting to talk again, that girl that I told you was his lock screen and home screen is the girl he's with now.
Oh,
and that's also the same girl he told me not to worry about the whole time we were actually together.
That's like a classic, though. Hey, yo, don't worry
about her. It is a classic.
Literally, it's a meme. It's an actual meme, too. You versus
like,
the guy he told you not to worry about, like...
Yup. Exactly. I was just... It, like, broke my heart, honestly. But at the end of the day, I just got over it, so I'm not, like, really worried about it.
Yeah,
but, like, it pissed me off.
Just hot girl shit.
Yeah, real hot girl shit.
This relationship is just kind of, like, completely fucked with your emotions your entire, like, past 4 years.
Oh, yeah. That completely ruined my high school experience. Like, I know if I wouldn't have dated him, I probably would have still been in high school.
Man.
But that was what was so weird and what I found so funny, because I posted it on my Snap story. I took this video with my friend Gabby at the football game, and I went because I was watching my ex at the time play, and I didn't even want to, because mind you know how football games were on Fridays?
Yeah.
We'd wake up at 5:30 to get ready for fucking school, be there all day, and then literally when I'm home from school, because the game starts at like 5, I had to be home at 3, get ready, go to the stadium, and then obviously I'm gonna watch varsity, so I'm there until like 11 at night. And then his game was ass. He was benched the whole fucking time. And then he got mad at me because I was taking pictures with my friends. He's like, you weren't even watching me. I'm like, bitch, you weren't even playing.
Yeah, bro, you were on the bench. What am I supposed to do?
Exactly. And I was taking a picture with my friend, and I posted it on my Snap. Fucking Brian's in the background of the picture.
Really?
Yeah. I was at my
hilarious.
ex's game, and my future fucking soulmate was in the background of the picture. And it's so cute because when I was dating my ex, I had a crush on Brian. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a crush on Brian while I was with my ex. But I didn't say nothing about it. But my friend...
why would you?
Yeah, but like I was moved to the back of the class for a dumbass reason. I literally was always the person that got my work done first, but he moved me to the back of the class. But anyways, but in front of me, my friend, he's 18 now, so I'll just say his name. So my friend Desmond was in that class, and so I'd always want to play games with him. So I'd purposely move up a seat, like move up a row, because there was an empty seat in between him and Brian. So I would sit next to him to be next to Brian, and I didn't even know his name at the time. He looked like such a fucking asshole. But then he asked me the most stupidest question ever, dude. He was like, "Oh, what were you playing?" Big ass words on the top of the fucking screen. It said Crunker. I was like, Crunker?
Goes so hard, dude.
Right, dude. I was such a beast in that shit, bro.
Crunker.
Desmond would get so
IO.
mad. Yes, bro.
Okay. Well, really quick detour. What was your favorite class?
My favorite class freshman year?
No. Your favorite Crunker class, bro.
Oh, my favorite Crunker. Oh, my favorite Crunker class. Honestly, I fucked with any gun that was fast range. I don't really like shotguns or pistols or snipers, because I feel like in a game, like in the lobbies like that, just there's no really place to like snipe. So I'd always just get like an SMG and just laser bitches, bro.
I was like either the rocket launcher guy or the shotgunner. Shotgunner is mostly what I play in most games. Anyway, he asked you the question. He asked you, what is that game you're playing?
Yeah, and then I had all these butterflies. I was like, ooh. And then I fucking seen him on Google Hangouts FaceTiming this girl that I knew, and I don't know how old she is, so I'm not gonna say her name. Yeah, I was on Hangout. No, because she didn't have a phone. She wasn't allowed to, so that was the only way she was able to like FaceTime him.
Yeah.
And so that was his girlfriend, and I was like, oh shit, he has a girlfriend, never mind. So I just got over it. But what was so funny and so fucked up about my high school experience is I was talking to this one dude. I also don't know if he's 18, so I'm not gonna say his name, but his name, I'm just gonna call him R. And so
okay,
I low-key liked R in middle school because he was friends with Nick. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just see where this goes. He was ugly. He had the Edgar haircut. We always called him the fucking Toys R Us giraffe because this dude looked lanky as fuck. But anyways. And so he was dating the same girl Brian was dating. And she couldn't go to Sadie's. So me and him went to Sadie's because Nick was like, his mom really wants him to go. Can you please just go and just do me a favor? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, no problem. So we go and we're flirting and shit. So I low-key took her man on accident. I didn't even mean to because he told me they were broken up, but I guess they weren't. But she was shady, bro, because Brian's ex, whenever she was bored with Brian, she would go back to R.
Damn.
And then vice versa. Just go back and forth between them. That's what I really don't like about really his ex is just... I know, but that's the only thing I really don't like about his ex is like all like the trust issues she gave him. Now I got to deal with it.
Yeah, bro. Because, for real.
Like you gave me all the burdens of your ex, and it's like he's worked on it, and honestly I'm proud of him for that, and like thank you for not like giving me hella shit, but at the same time it's just like I'm not your ex. Not every woman is like this. I know I can have my toxic traits because we all have our toxic traits. It's just if you're able to communicate and work through them, then you're fine. But
yeah, as long as you can like work on yourself and you can get yourself to work past it and you can show that you're able to change, then that's good in my book.
Yeah, honestly, it's very underrated. Communication really is key when it comes to a relationship. If you're able to literally just talk shit out, you can't just be like all pissed off for no reason. Because what I've had to learn and what I'm still trying to work on is like Brian doesn't know exactly how I feel in every situation that we have together. He doesn't know like how I'm feeling, and half the time I can't really describe how I'm feeling. That's the thing also about like teen depression. A lot of us are depressed and we don't have an exact cause. It's just there, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's really taken a toll on a relationship. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to work through anything with him. Unless he cheats on me, then I'll fucking cut his dick off. But that's different.
Dude, very understandable. Very understandable.
Yeah, right. And it's vice versa for him. He said, you cut my tits off.
I was gonna say, I was like, and if you cheat, that's probably gonna happen to you. So it's like,
yep.
It's a good fail-safe system, you know?
Yep. You can cut my magnum dick off, shit.
Bro. Bro, oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. I do miss hanging out with friends though, especially like the group, because like like, they don't really hang out that much. They always see each other at school, but I'm not there. So, it's just different. I don't have that bond with them like I used to or like I could have had. That's the other reason why I was so depressed. Yeah, that was the only reason I was so depressed that I didn't finish high school, because I'm like, everybody's just like, I could have had friends. I just didn't see the future. I was just over it. So I just, it was just all bad.
I've had little moments here and there where you try to predict how it's going to be, and you like reassure yourself that it's going to be fine, and then it happens and it does not go the way you predicted. So it's not just bad, and then you feel worse about it.
Yep, because then there's nothing you can really do about it either.
Yeah, and then you just gotta deal with it.
I'm sorry if you hear like rustling in the background. My cats are like trying to fucking. Hold on, I gotta.
It's kind of funny. I can only hear like very, very rarely. But my chair squeaks are pretty louder. So pretty louder. They are pretty loud as well.
Charlie, get the fuck out. They're terrorists, bro. Holy shit, they claw anything they can get their hands on.
Yeah, I've had cats like that.
Right.
I had a cat who chewed through wires. That was pretty
Chewed through wires?
Yeah, she chewed through our internet box one time. It was pretty funny.
I seen this one video of like a cat that chewed through a wire and electrocuted itself. It was sad for the cat. It was so funny.
Bro! Bro! Oh my god. That's horrible.
It's horrible, but like...
Oh my god, that's horrible. You just...
She didn't die.
Okay, she didn't die. I thought she died.
No, she didn't die. I'm not gonna laugh about a cat dying.
That's what I was like so shocked right now. I was like, dog, no way.
Munches, bruh. I'm fucking weak.
Oh my god. Yeah, I thought you were I was like, bro, no way. You're like a serial killer in disguise.
You know what? I know that you're running the podcast and like you always like ask the questions, but like have you talked about your high school experience at all?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure even through this is the third episode, but I feel like even through all 3 episodes, I've made I think I put a coherent message and timeline of what my high school experience is like. I can summarize it real quick if you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Freshman year, I was big obese man, lost weight, got a relationship, was a lot happier. Sophomore year, broke up, very sad. COVID hit, but I thought it was going to be like a 2-week break, so I didn't care, and I was happy.
Yep.
Still sad. Got into toxic relationship. That hurt a lot. Very bad. Still hurts. There's certain effects that are still lingering today. Not on me. She was just a really bad person. And got into another relationship. Had cabin fever throughout like the entirety of quarantine. Senior year, everything bad. Everything about senior year has been bad up until the last 3 months. Then I switched campuses. I am happier now, and I'm on track to graduate. I'm gonna go to prom. I'm gonna have fun. That's my entire high school experience summarized.
Damn, it really do be like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot more I could say. I could go in depth about a lot of different things, but that's like the most general way I could possibly summarize my high school experience.
Yeah. Nah, it's like it's weird because it's like I'm not gonna say I have like a memory loss issue because I really don't, but there's like a lot of good memories I did have in high school that I just don't remember unless I see snaps of it.
Yeah.
Snapchat memories do be coming clutch though.
I just have like little photos here and there saved in my camera roll of like my birthdays and friends that were at them, and I definitely see how much my friend group has evolved since then.
Yeah. Wait, when's your birthday party again, if you don't mind saying it?
Oh, I'm sure it's June 11th.
June 11th? Okay.
My birthday's
I'll be
June
able
3rd,
to
though. Okay, hell yeah.
Okay, bet. Happy early birthday. You're gonna be legal.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the strip club and see bitches.
I will take my girlfriend. You take Brian.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. Well, I
Exactly.
think at this point, we're hitting the 15-minute mark just about.
Yeah.
At least for my recording, we are. I
Yeah.
think it is a good place to end off, and I have a couple questions to ask you before we go.
All right, for sure.
What is success defined by you, Vanessa?
Success defined by me.
Yep.
Success
What do you see that as?
Success isn't just money. Of course, money will help, but at the end of the day, you need to be happy and be doing something with your life. Is what I think success is. Is finally like just finding your spark and what makes you truly happy. Like shit in high school, it don't matter at the end of the day. You just need to do you, and all the good stuff will come after. And I think having friends and just keeping good people around you is success to me.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is what Vanessa defines as success. I like to ask that to. I want to ask that to every person that comes on here.
Oh yeah.
And my final question is, what do you have going on in your life? What's some really cool things that are going on right now? Some things you're excited for in the future?
Oh my god, I'm so excited for EDC Las Vegas. If you're going, hit me up. I'm so excited. We just booked our hotel, and it's just so fun that it's like linking up with my birthday, and I get to see my brother who, because I was a single child, so I never saw him because he always lived at his mom's.
Yeah.
But I actually get to spend my 18th birthday in like a rave with my brother, and I think that's what I'm most excited for. And Brian, so it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, and Brian.
Thank you.
And I'm very happy for you. Thank you everyone for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on Spotify when it comes out on Spotify. I am lagging on that immensely. But yeah, thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Victor.